Do you like to count things? Maybe you like to count things that are important to you. It could be toys, it could be books, it could be experiences or the amount of holidays that you've been on. Do you like to count those things? Well, around about the time Jesus was born, there was a Roman emperor. Now, Roman emperor was just the Romans' way of saying the Roman king. And he ordered a census, which is a big word, but a census means accounting. All he wanted to do was count, and he wanted to count people, which is interesting. He wanted to count all the people that were part of his kingdom. Now, the Roman Empire or kingdom was big. It went over lots of different countries, and Israel was one of them. And the reason he wanted to count people was because if he had a kingdom that had lots and lots and lots of people, it made him a really important king. And he thought that was a good idea. But in order for him to count people, he made people go back to the place that they were born to be counted. That meant Mary and Joseph had to go to Bethlehem. There was a family of people who came from Bethlehem. Can you remember? We spoke about them a few days ago. David and Ruth and Jesse and Boaz. That's right. They were all from Bethlehem. And remember, the prophet Micah told us that the rescuer would be born in Bethlehem. And so Joseph and Mary, because Joseph came from Bethlehem, had to go to Bethlehem to be counted. And when they got there, Jesus was born. It's another one of God's promises kept. Mary looked after him. She wrapped him up in strips of cloth, the way you would do with a baby back then. And then she laid him in a manger. Maybe you can think of that carol that we sing around this time of year, which a manger is just an animal's food box. That was unusual. If you've been making a poster along with us to see where this whole story is going, I want you to add something to this poster. In the middle where it says, God promised to send ... I want you to write the word Jesus. God promised to send Jesus. Yesterday we saw that Jesus was God's son and that he would be king forever. But instead of being born in a palace and surrounded by gold and silver and rich things, he was born in a stable surrounded by an animal's food trough and the animals around him. What does that tell you about the kind of king Jesus is and the kind of king God is? See you tomorrow.